now I tuned into something super tight. Puffin' something sticky, nigga, I roll through the light. Need to hear something real just to get me through the night. I'm looking for them jackets cause I know they looking shy. Know I'ma get some game, tuned in with super tight, yeah. I get the low love from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.
Already, baby. Thank you again for tuning in to Super Tight TV. We back. Going up your back, going smack, smack, smack. Y'all know what it is. Yeah. Man, you got your big dog, Bobo Luciano, in the house, and I got my sexy ass, gorgeous, beautiful wife, the real, the original, the only Jazzy that I know.
Jazzy?
It's your girl, Jazzy K.
Yeah. And let me tell y'all something. I wish I had a drum roll today.
Right, me too.
Let me tell y'all, a lot of y'all gonna be mad at me.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all about to be mad at me. Because I got the first. You know how people used to get on there on people comments say, first. You know what I'm saying? I can do that right now. I got the first. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? This ain't no interview, people. So maybe I don't have the first. I'm going to let y'all do that interview. So we family members. I got a family member in the house. One of my brothers just showed up. And a lot of y'all been trying to get him in y'all vicinity, in your area. But I was able to pull a rabbit out of a hat. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Y'all might know this man. This man has an extensive history. Y'all might know him as DJ Yellow from the Dirty South Block Party. Then he switched his name. I ain't gonna tell y'all that yet because that's gonna just expose everything. He switched his name and he was giving me some serious mixes on the Dirty South Block Party. He was the only DJ that I ever had mixing on the Dirty South Block Party. So I know y'all know who this is, all right? Yeah. Then he said, you know what, Bobo? I think I'm finna make a movement. I'm finna make a movement that's gonna move this city and move this state and fuck around and move this region. And he did that. He started it on his own. Yeah. He put a lot of effort into it. I seen some movements that I had never, ever, ever, ever seen in Dallas. This is the guy who started and broke the Dallas Boogie movement, okay? Anybody else who say they did it, I'm going to call you a flat-out lie, okay? I got the world famous Dallas DJ Drop in the house. Yeah, that's how we do it. I know y'all, man. I know y'all.
Mike check 0214.
Man, don't get mad at me because I can do the things you can't.
Yeah, Bobo Luciano.
Man, what's up, brother?
What's happening, man?
Man, I'm just living like we blessed.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Say that 2 times.
Anytime I can work with my wife and friends and I ain't got to let the wolves keep they knee on my neck all the time, you know what I mean? It feels special, man. Yeah. You know, we've been working for, not to knock that.
Right.
Not to knock that because I will go get a gig at the drop of a hat. You know what I'm talking about?
We had to.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, I got to have benefits, 401k, that type of thing, insurance, that type of thing. But, when you're raising family, you got to think outside the box besides yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I could have been like, yeah, man, I want to be a 40, 45-year-old rapper. Yeah. But I looked at reality and I looked at some cute little faces looking back at me. I got married, you know what I'm saying, around that time. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? It's a bigger picture. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we made a full circle and here we are today. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but we're going to get this thing started. You ready?
Man, I've been ready, bro.
I know, man.
You gave me the call. Bobo, like, hey. I'm like, what we doing?
Now we doing it. Now we doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feeling good?
Yeah, I mean, I say, bro, anytime I'm in the presence of greatness.
What a greatness at?
Man, you must ain't seen yourself.
Oh man, I try to I try to stay as humble as I can.
Oh, now DJ Drop, let's not.
Yeah, I mean, but it's
gas me up, drop.
What it is.
Gas me up, drop.
It ain't no gas. It ain't no gas. It ain't no. It's. Hey man, it's all real, man. Bobo, it's a lot of respect for you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Like you. It's a lot of people that was instrumental in the beginning of the Dallas DJ Drop movement, DJ Yellow Boy movement, Definition DJ, all of that. Like it was a lot of people instrumental, and some of the roles that people played, other people may overlook it.
Yeah,
but it's helpful every step. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's an inch or it's a mile, it's helpful. And like you was the first cat to give me an opportunity to bring them heavy ass turntables and them crates of wax
Yes.
up the stairs to the White House.
To the White House, baby.
You know what I'm saying? That was a fucking workout, bro.
It was.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you had to walk sideways because them stairs was
That's what I was
real
just
narrow.
Man, you had to really want a DJ.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
To carry all of that up them stairs.
Come on.
For 2 20-minute mixes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gave me that opportunity, bro. So it's like, I'd never forget that, bro. And if I never told you in person, thank you, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Bro, that's what's up. Like it's an honor, a privilege. Like you call, it's like, man, it's only a few that can call and make me, like I get a lot of cats be like, man, drop you OG status. You know what I'm saying? You big homie.
Yeah, yeah.
But I got some big homies. You know what I'm saying? You one of them.
Thank you.
You know
bro.
what I'm saying? Like those that give you the opportunity, man, you can't shy away from that. You know what I'm saying? Like give people their flowers.
Yeah, yeah.
While they're here. Like even with this, a moment that you wanna, you know what I'm saying, show me appreciation. Like I wanna, you know what I'm saying, make sure that you get that reciprocated because
thank you, man.
You ain't have to, bro.
Nah,
you
man.
know what I'm saying? You
a lot of people ask me that. Why you didn't do it by yourself?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then I look at how, like, Bun.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of people don't know the story when Bun got the call to do the rodeo.
Right.
It was his show.
Oh, okay.
They didn't want all them other people.
Right, right.
And he decided, along with his wife, let's make it a Houston thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We look stronger in numbers. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So first person I got on my show, of course, was my wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At the time, she was not my wife, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I was like, I need someone jazzy.
Yeah.
That ain't what I said, but I need someone jazzy.
Right.
Female-wise, to get the women that ain't scared, from the hood.
Yeah.
And I need a hood DJ.
Yeah.
Somebody that just ain't,
yeah.
We
wasn't top 40.
Well, it ain't that. It's just that sometimes DJ, you hear the rumors of wide receivers. You know what they call wide receivers?
No, break it down.
Divas.
Okay.
I used to be a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Man, we on a different. DJ's a different level. We the stars of the club. You know what I'm saying? So, you were not that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You were not a diva. You know what I'm saying? You dropped, baby. You know what I'm saying? You were you. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna go down through there.
Yeah.
Let's kick it to the wife so she can really get it going. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Jazz.
Drop. What's up?
What's up? We go back,
I
man.
know.
Oh yeah,
we go back.
This is a trip, ain't it?
Yeah.
Well, before you get started, I need you to make a plan. We're gonna do a Dirty South Block Party thing too. Gotta come back.
Okay.
All of
a reunion.
Right here. We're gonna film everything. It's gonna be super tight. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead, drop. Let us know. Tell us where you from.
All right.
Where you was born, like very beginnings.
Parkland, baby.
Hey.
Second floor.
Me too.
No, 7th floor.
7th floor.
Check the birth certificate.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of like this. The Dallas DJ drop. And every time I get into this discussion, I have to break it down like this. Born in South Dallas. Raised in South Oak Cliff.
Okay.
Graduated South Garland.
Okay.
Oh.
So
you might well say South Side.
Yeah. But it's kind of like this. It's one of them things where I feel like I had the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Like everything was Dallas, you know what I'm saying? As far as, up until middle school. 8th grade, I'm in Garland.
Already.
Middle school. You know what I'm saying? From there, South Garland High School.
Okay.
So, but where I lived in Garland, it was kind of like on one side of 635, Garland, the other side is Ferguson.
Okay.
When I first moved out there, it was kind of like a culture shock. So I rocked with it, but it was different.
Yeah.
So I ended up kind of hanging in that mix of that Ferguson. 6'4", back when it was Aspen Chase and Honey Creek.
Ooh, it was the Aspen Chase apartment.
Yeah, Wood Meadow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
shout out to everybody on the phone, man.
I read it,
You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much as far as the upbringing. But on the Cliff side, you know what I'm saying, raised up out there Glendale.
Already.
Ramona Oweka.
Hey.
Glendale Park. That's,
That's our area.
Yeah.
If you caught the bus out of Singing Hills, it was the Singing Hills,
Singing Hill.
Ramona.
Yeah.
It.
Singing Hills was across the street. You know what I'm saying? We was behind the park. You know what I'm saying? Used to walk to the Ming Yards. That's I think it's a library now, something.
Oh, over on Lancaster?
On Lancaster and Ann Arbor. You know what I'm saying? It used to be lit. When I went there, it was Lisbon Elementary. You know what I'm saying? Back when Harry Stone and Zoom Walk both was middle school.
Was it a Ming Yards or was it affiliated food stores?
Nah, it was a Ming Yard.
You remember affiliated food stores?
I remember affiliated.
Yeah, it was right there on Lancaster.
And you had it used to be the Benedettos.
Yes.
On
Benedettos.
What's that? Ann Arbor and Marsalis.
Yes. Right there by the 292.
Yeah.
By 292, by Catfish Floyd, and who was other?
Ben and Sons.
Ben and Sons was in that parking lot.
See, I don't know, but
what?
Ben and Sons?
They got a Singing Hills.
Okay.
They in the same parking lot, Benedettos. Across.
Yeah, but
they had them good pork chop baskets.
Good burgers, wrapped in that yellow paper.
See, we used to go to the Ann Arbor food store. Like that's where we used to hit before we walking home on that trail. Before we hit it used to be a candy house off. And was it Adelaide?
Oh, that boy saying them names.
Yeah.
That boy saying them names. You awesome over there.
Oh man, bro, we used to walk every year.
Oh yeah.
So I lived on Oweka.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The 1500 block.
Yeah. I know
So
where you at.
Yeah. So that's
Pentagon.
See, exactly.
Yeah, let's go.
And it all looked the same now. I rode through there probably about 6 months ago.
Did you pass by South Oak Cliff and see the?
Yeah, they redid that.
Did you look different?
Yeah.
Good.
Man, I remember, bro, growing up, there was, we not seeing past Section A expanded.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So we were still gonna be there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I remember a dude got shot at Sock. I think that was like the first school shooting. Mm-hmm. And I was still in elementary. I remember my mom would be like, "Oh, it's getting terrible."
You ain't going there.
Yeah, exactly. But I had a kinfolk that went to Velp. You know what I'm saying? And I remember it was probably in between the shooting and a couple of years later. Well, actually, the kid didn't get shot in the school. He got shot on the school bus.
On the bus. I remember
And it was just like, that was a big thing in Dallas.
You was in elementary school when that happened?
Yeah.
You make me feel old.
Yeah, I was in elementary. Bro. Like I came in the game young. You know what I'm saying? Like I came in the game, bro. Like I was a, pretty much everybody that was around me used to protect me.
Everybody was older, huh?
Yeah. Like I came, everybody was around me older. Like I ran with dudes that was my age, but I noticed when I ran with them, I never got caught up, but it was like, I was wise enough to know, like, man, that wasn't.
I read it.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you come up in a 2-parent household? You had siblings? What you had?
I'm the oldest of 6.
So
I always had that protective spirit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's, and amongst the cousins, I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm big cousin, but I'm like one of the 3 oldest boys that's cousins.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying, it was kind of like more hands-on with family. You know what I'm saying?
Pops was there?
My biological pops, rest in peace. He passed away at 17, but he wasn't there. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all never got a relationship.
I mean, when he passed, the last like 9 months of his life, I moved in with him.
Oh, me and you talked about that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I moved in with him. Like you know what I'm saying? He wasn't there.
Yeah,
I knew of him. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, it was odd, like being out, bro, and you run across your daddy.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it kind of like, it messed with me, but at the end of the day, I kind of always said this, even when I told my mom, you know what I'm saying? Which my dad wasn't there, but when he passed, I went and lived with him, you know what I'm saying? Just to kind of make up for that time, because it's like but I had siblings that's like, man,
I know,
man, what? So what? He ain't did enough for, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't remember my biological daddy ever buying me school clothes, birthday presents. You know what I'm saying? My memories of him is he had another chick in Tyler. Yeah, when him and my mom broke up, I remember him driving me to Tyler to, I guess, spend a weekend with him. He bought me a dog, a little puppy, you know what I'm saying? And every time we passed that, it's a McDonald's. I remember he stopped there and got a Happy Meal, bro. Yeah. And that's kind of like my only time I remember him like breaking bread. Then one time, still in elementary, bro, I had an auntie that lived off John West.
Okay.
In the what they call the Jungle West in Buckner Village, back when it was the Burger King across the street from. So me and my brother, we outside playing, you know what I'm saying? And he run to where we was at and with some more kids. He's like, man, bro, I see daddy. I'm like, huh? You know, at that time, it's like, let me go see him. He's like, he went into this apartment. So we go and knock on the door.
Yeah.
Hey, my little brother didn't say nothing. So I'm like, hey, is my daddy here? And the chick looking like,
who your daddy?
daddy. My daddy, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. I mean, he the man, he player, straight player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, straight. I mean, he know what to say. He had the smooth look, slow talk. Yeah, so it was just like, he was what he was.
Oh, yeah.
He, you know, he mouthpiece T-Jones, you know what I'm saying? But he laying on the couch, bro, with his feet up, you know what I'm saying? He a truck driver.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Pushing 18-wheelers. So he crossed the country. And he looked, he's like, hey, y'all come on in here. It's me and my brother. And I'm like, hey, you know, like you know what I'm saying? But I still my daddy.
It should sound like something off a movie.
Yeah, it was. It felt like it, bro. He talked to me and my brother about 20 minutes, bro, and gave us a dub, $20.
You was on top of the world.
Man, we was like, I know I was like at that time, like, okay, just make up for it until it was spent.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, man, but you know, I came up the old school, like my grandtie and mom, like they was real big on church.
Yeah.
So I never forget my dad that was in the house. You know, him and my mom went back and forth, so he'll be in the house. But he had a grandmother that he lived with, and she kept us in church when my other grandmama didn't keep us in church. And she was a Sunday school teacher at Dinley Drive Christian Church.
Dinley Drive.
You gonna be a Sunday?
Come on now.
She taught at
the
Sunday
end of
school.
Ramona.
And it's like, man, every time I think about parents and I feel, you know, sometimes you go through that phase where it's like, man, I'm grown or I'm old enough. I don't really want to listen to them. I never forget it was a Sunday school lesson when it was like, respect our mother and father. And even though my old man was on his dying bed and he didn't, you know, I'm taking him to get his chemo, radiation. And I ain't worried about that. It was just like, man, I'm named after you. This, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to know who he is. You know what I'm saying? It's certain things like after he passed, I still don't know. You know what I'm saying? And it bothered me, but it also, at the same time, make me want to have a better relation with my kids. You know, relationship as far as, you know, making sure they know who I am, they know how I feel, and just the little calls, like, you know, especially my daughter, because it's like, you know, them girls be fragile.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it just like, I look at it, if my daddy had a daughter, like, it's a possibility it would have been different.
Yeah.
But with me being, you know, having a strong, T-Jones strong, like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know,
It ain't different.
It ain't different, bro. Because, you know, back in, we are all products, not products, but we come from the era that those parents were like that. You know, they could make decisions whether or not to stick around. The dads were like that. I'm not going to say the moms. Moms always stuck around for the most part.
Moms 100, man.
Yes. But dads used to make decisions back then in the 60s and the 70s, you know, am I going to stick around or not? And it seems like people from our generation, the men, are really stepping up with their own kids because of what happened. Yes. They don't want to go down, kind of breaking the cycle a little bit. Right.
And then I think my T-Jones she was square. She came from Beaumont. You know what I'm saying?
Golden Triangle.
Yeah, she knew here.
She came down here with the slick man.
She actually, my T-Jones, she came down here. She had an older sister that lived in the West Dallas projects.
Already.
And so she came
to
stay with her sister. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad was a friend of her sister. I guess the guy that maybe she talked to or somebody. It was kind of like he was cool. So he met my mom through her.
Gotcha. Okay.
And my mom ended up going on a date with my dad, and my aunt told her to be back at a certain time.
Yeah.
She broke that curfew. So she told my mom she couldn't stay with her no more.
Oh.
So my mom ended up
staying with your pop.
Staying with my dad for a little bit, and then she came, but my auntie ended up passing. in the West Dallas projects.
Wow.
And so so it's like it's a hit, and like and even with all of that, like it's kind of like that's why the whole Dallas is, because it's like it's, even though born in South Dallas, raised in South Oak Cliff, graduated South Garland, but my roots is all over the D. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this.
Well rounded.
Yeah.
So you from that beginning, we're from that beginning era of hip hop, right?
Right.
People had to make decisions.
True.
Back then. Whether you're gonna be a rapper or you're gonna be the man behind the scenes.
Right.
Or you're gonna be a producer or a DJ.
Right.
What made you say, you know what, I ain't gonna be no rapper. I'm gonna be a DJ. Somebody caught your eye and said, ooh, that's cool.
Actually, it was something like that, but it was different.
Okay.
Actually, I was a rapper first.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was a rapper first.
What was your rap name?
Yeah.
Mr. Chuck.
Mr. Chuck. Okay.
But Chuck was a acronym.
Okay.
CHUCC, coming hard usually causes conflict.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
And that was, you know, at the time it was kind of like the play on the word. Like you had to be creative.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And then a lot of my partners back then were Sea Dogs. You know what I'm saying? So I never got into the banging, but it was that affiliation.
Oh yeah. I was about to ask what was your style? Were you gangster?
It was, man.
Or was you hip hop backpack?
No. It was gangster.
Yeah.
But what's crazy when you say that, bruh, Gugu.
Shout out Gugu.
Yeah, Gugu was a producer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Up and coming, Red Rum Records. He used to always get on me. He's like, man, you sound like Pimp C.
Oh.
I had a high-pitched voice. I still got it. If you listen to the mixtapes, mic check 0214.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The pitch goes up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And when I rap, that's what it was. I hated my voice, bro. Like square business, I hated the voice. And I never forget, you know, I guess we can call this a UGK moment.
Talk to me.
I recorded my first 4 songs. The first song that I wrote actually was for me and my cousin. Like that's how I ended up meeting Gugu through a friend of my a close cousin that I had. He was friends with a guy named Minaj D.
Okay.
And Minaj D used to always have me freestyling. So I ended up going to the studio with Gugu, and we had a falling out.
Okay.
But he used to always tell me, Mr. Chuck, man, you sound like Pimp C. You sound like Pimp C. I'm like, man, this my voice. This how I talk. I did a song called Hidden Switches and talking about Oak Cliff.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, you sound like Pimp. They come out with the front, back, side to side.
Uh-oh.
If they didn't know me then, they would have sworn I had stole that. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, man, ever since then, it was like at one point I was like, man, I don't want to hear no UGK.
Oh, really?
I don't want to hear, like, these niggas keep saying I sound like this dude. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
But it was like,
you still in high school or?
Yeah, I was getting ready to graduate high school.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was still a senior.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was battling at that time. I wanted to go to college, and it sounds stupid, I really didn't have the know-how. I didn't have no, like my mama would be like,
Gotcha.
go to college. But I'm like, you have the counselors at school, but.
That's not stupid. That's true.
I've heard a lot of people say that before.
Yeah.
But then it's like,
they don't know the steps to take.
Yeah. And it was like I was one of them kids that worked through high school. You know what I'm saying? I quit playing football in the 9th grade. You know what I'm saying? No, in the 10th grade. I take that back. But I was bumping heads with the coach.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then don't holler at me and I'm out here. I'm putting in the work.
Yeah.
And you hollering at me. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my thing. Like, but I'm at home, I'm somewhat the man of the house. Every time, you know what I'm saying, mom and daddy get to it.
It's you.
Yeah, mama, I'm paying bills.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm working, I'm lightweight hustling. Mama don't know, you know what I'm saying? I'm at school selling fake joints.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm stealing weed out my auntie's you know, back then they used to keep the weed in the can.
Yeah.
In the cookie can, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking her weed, I'm mixing it with parsley, I'm getting some dirt, I'm pre-roll. You know what I'm saying? But I'm at South Garland.
Parsley or oregano?
They don't know.
No, parsley.
Real parsley.
Man,
Parsley, baby.
yeah. But it just, my thing is, if enough back then, Reggie was what it was.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I'm rolling up pre-rolls.
Finessing them boys before finessing was a thing.
And my thing was, I was pretty much prejudiced on how I sold the weed. If you was black, you couldn't get it.
Oh.
Because you was going to expose the fact that it was. So it's like I found the square white dudes, Mexicans, Asians, and that's who I sold to.
Already.
Then the acid thing came along.
Ooh, not the tabs.
Yeah. And so I used to get the what you call them, the note cards.
Mm-hmm.
And I would put vinegar on them to get the little, it was a look that they got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a dude showed me a tab in the bathroom. So I'm like, oh man, this is what it looked like. Just like the first time I actually seen crack rock, I'm like, that looked like a lemon head. You know what I'm saying?
Do with the yellow.
Yeah. And like that was my little side hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, okay, I do that and I worked. You know what I'm saying? Through school. And then it's like school, like my T-Zone didn't play. Like one thing about I love what my T-Zone did was she never wanted any of her boys to be dumb or slow. Yeah. Like you had intelligence was something, and I stand on that. Like I never try to be being dumb was never cool to me.
Already.
So it was just like, man, I'm on.
Not an option.
Yeah. So I was just like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like I was literally a straight A and B student until like 16. Once I knew what was between my legs and what I could do with it. Yeah. It wasn't cool to be, you know what I'm saying? So I'm running, you know what I'm saying? I'm at work, you know what I'm saying? I'm in apartment complexes. I'm somebody mama gone. I'm out there, but I ain't out there.
You trying to get up the back, go smack.
Man,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Pregnant and all. Back then, teenage pregnancy was a big thing.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just like, oh, you pregnant? Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm there. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, I was one
you
of
did
them.
listen to UGK.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, even UGK story, I never forget. Bro, one time we on the bus. Back then we used to ride the bus. And anybody from that era know the 378 Broadway, that was that bus.
I really
You know what I'm saying? And it was a chick that was on the bus. And remember I told you going through that phase with they talking about UGK. Google was like, man, you sound like Pimp C. So it's a girl on the bus. She on the bus. We know she lying. Well, I feel she lying. She talking about, oh yeah, man, I like UGK. Talking about they came to my town, and this is when was it Tell Me Something Good? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that was in the Super Tight was the album. No, Too Hard to Swallow.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
First
that.
album.
Yeah. And she talking about, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? They came to my house. They know me, you know what I'm saying? She just on like, oh man, like Pimp and Bun and bust her down. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, she like 16 and 17 on the bus.
Bragging
but we know
about
she talking about like she know him. Because back then we jamming Walkmans, jam boxes.
Yeah.
You know, we still had jam boxes on the bus. You know what I'm saying? Boom, but some people call them boom boxes. So she on there, she lying, and I'm just like, man, I don't want to hear about this Pimp C nigga. They already talking about I sound like him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she steady going on. Talking about who on here don't like UGK. But end up being like the biggest UGK fan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The biggest UGK fan today just because, you know, I used to get into, man, debates about, I used to feel like, okay, Too Hard to Swallow in the sense, I always say that was Bun's album.
Yeah.
As far as Super Tight, that's Pimp.
Pimp came out on that one.
Yeah. And it's just like, man, I would get into arguments. And even when it came down to Super Tight and Riding Dirty.
Yeah.
I'm like, Super Tight. But
you like Super Tight better?
It was just.
Ooh, that's a first.
Yeah, Super Tight, bro. Like if you go back and listen to, like, I just feel like that was the rawest version.
Super Tight was perfect.
Right. But it's like with me with Super Tight, like Riding Dirty to me, UGK perfected UGK.
They did.
You know what I'm saying? But Super Tight was still underground,
it was
raw.
Yes.
And they didn't, the beats was like, man, whatever Pimp was on. Like Bun rocked it. There's no disrespect to Bun at all.
Yeah.
But it was just like for Pimp to be producer, singing,
and rapping.
I don't know nobody
at 18.
Yeah, I don't know nobody else who was doing it like that. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, man, it was what it do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it was just like, man, when you said the name Super Tight TV, I'm like, oh man, yeah, like it's corn phrase. You know what I'm saying?
Had to have it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So you DJing?
Well, actually, the DJing we from the rapping to the DJing, and I'm a go back to the rapping part, but the DJing was never supposed to be what it was. The DJ was a hustle to buy producer equipment.
Yeah.
Because what happened, I'm rocking with Google. Me and Google had a fallout. We go into the studio. We just go to the kitchen. Back when JP was at his house.
Oh, you had a fallout with Google, did you?
Yeah.
Sounds familiar, Google.
Everybody had it. Google was everybody had a problem with Google.
Well, Google has a strong personality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I'm going to tell you one thing about Google, and this is what I learned
from
working with Google. If that's how you feel, stand on it.
Yeah.
Like, I done seen Google, bro, we done been at clubs and I done seen Google get down. Like, and it wasn't just Google, like that whole little squad.
Yeah.
Google, rest in peace Attitude, you know what I'm saying? King Jaye.
Yeah.
That's who actually got me into DJing. That's who actually gave me the name Drop.
Okay.
Mike Sheffield. They had a group called the Fugitives. But anyways, let's backtrack. So me and him falling out because I'm like this. I'm going to the studio. We going to the studio. He producing. I'm rapping. I'm paying for the studio time. I'm paying for the ADATs. And it's like he want to hold the masters. At that time, even though I'm young, it's like, nah, them my masters, bro. I paid for that. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like being around them. It was kind of like, nah, I'm standing my ground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we end up, you know what I'm saying? So I started venturing off working with different producers.
Yeah.
Like Willie Fresh was one of them.
Shout out Willie Fresh, the fresh one.
Yeah. Like we used to go off of Ferguson. He had an apartment. Man, everybody used to come through that apartment.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, I remember being in Willie Fresh's apartment. And like I said, they was the big homies.
Yeah.
Quint Black used to come over.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Willie Fresh used to make me freestyle, bro. And one time I never forget when I knew the rapping was possible, I freestyled for like 15, 20 minutes. And they was like, oh man, you got something. You know, like back before freestyling was just a thing that we did in Dallas. It was like he made me go. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm going and going. Then it got to the point where it was so many artists that he working with. It's like, man, when can I get in and get some beats? When can I get some beats? Oh man, I'm working with such and such. I got a project that I'm working on. Then I think he was starting to work, and you know, it was kind of, you know, you go through that phase where the music ain't paying the bills, so it's like you trying to work, do this. I think that was what was going on. Right. So at this time, it was another dude that was cool with Red Rum. It was actually two, Winston Flood and another guy named Fred Reed. Well, Fred Reed was my manager. And he was like, man, we just gonna go around and work with different producers. So he ended up, at this time, Kevin A was doing beats.
Shout out Kevin A.
So he's working with Kevin A, and he comes and he tells me, man, Kevin A starting to label, because Kevin A was doing promotions working with Death Row.
Exactly.
And that's when it's like everybody was like, oh, he's affiliated with Death Row. So I'm kind of skeptical.
Because of the rumors.
Well, this is backtracking on the story with the rapping. Mr. Chuck coming hard cause it's conflict. They already say I sound like Pimp.
Yep.
I had an afro and the rap was gangster. It was street rap.
Okay.
I wasn't banging, but it's street rap. You know what I'm saying? So I looked, people would say, man, you got an afro like Snoop Dogg. I used to have long hair. Used finger wave, you know what I'm saying? All of that, you know what I'm saying? Then I did the braids. And so at that point, it was kind of like with Snoop was hot. And so it's like, man, you know what? I let him talk me into dissing Snoop. But I didn't diss him on the song. It was just on my promo album because I think I got some pictures of it. I sent it to you.
You let who talk you into
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
I let the cats that was around the circle, like with Fred Reed and some of his partners, it was like, man, you better than Snoop.
Yeah.
They done gaslighted.
Man, straight gas. You hear me? All gas, no brakes. It was like
For real.
they was
You
like,
like, yeah.
they was like, man, supreme premium octane. And I was like, already, let's go.
Yeah.
On my poster, it had no dogs allowed. And to make sure that the subliminal disc was felt, I put no dogs, DOGGS.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, but
You meant that.
yeah, that shit didn't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Because it was too many fallouts. So now I'm working. I didn't really kind of distance myself from Red Rum because they at that time I think they were going back and forth with the investors was coming in because I remember it was talks about going to Chicago to meet with the dudes who was going to invest and all of that business.
Yeah.
That was coming in. So I'm just like, man, Fred, I'm sitting here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing moving. And now, bro, my girlfriend at the time, I done got her pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So I know I got a daughter on the way.
Yeah.
And it's like, man.
What to do now?
It was just motivation. So I'm looking at leaving Fred alone as management because I was, in my mind, I'm not seeing no progress. So he comes and tells me about Kevin A. So I kind of hear about the Kevin A dude. And he says, yeah, man, I'm trying to get you some beats, but I got to ease you in. So now I'm working under the table hustling. And it's straight minor. Like when I say under the table hustling, I'm buying an ounce of weed, selling it to the dudes I work with.
Okay.
You know, I ain't even smoking.
Were you
I got
still
you.
know what I'm
mixing
saying?
it with parsley at this time?
No. This was
You giving them the real.
Yeah, I mean, it was straight Reggie.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was what they call it,
Corn?
top flight.
Top flight. I remember Top Flight.
Yeah. So
That was in
I'm
the
like,
90s.
yeah, and it's like if I made $100 a week, okay, cool. I could put that back towards studio. Cause back then, studio time, $25.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
You in there. So Fred say, man, he called me one night. He was like, hey, Mr. Chuck, man, I got these artists that's with Kevin A, man. I'm gonna bring them to your house. And he says, I know you've been working on production. Cause at this time now, man, I went and bought me an ASR 10.
Wow.
And I'm like, man, I make my own beats. Ain't nothing another cat can do that I can't do.
Yeah.
That was my mindset. It somewhat is still like that. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of get me caught up sometimes because I'm like, man, if another man can do it, I can do it better.
Oh, for sure. You can still try. Yeah.
Exactly. And so, man, I'm making beats, and he brings over to my apartment K-Rock and
C-Pone?
C-Pone.
Shout out K-Rock and C-Pone, my boys.
And man, I had heard some of the stuff that they did.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that's it.
You
know what I'm saying?
These boys for real.
Say, bro, I gotta say, outside of Cottonmouth and well, the DOC, Cottonmouth, K-Rock was like the next artist that I was like, I'm a fan of.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just like his delivery was like, every time I heard him rap, it reminded me of a pit bull.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like C-Pone, but they was in there, bro. I'll never forget, every time I see C-Pone and he rap, I think about him when he was rapping, he was talking about the Riviera.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Back then, it was something about North Dallas and they wanted Rivieras. Like that was their thing.
The car Riviera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And him, they both, like, in the apartment, they had a wash and dryer area. I ain't had no wash and dryer. That day, it became a vocal booth.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, and they were just in there rapping, freestyling. High as hell.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And so I'm like, man, like, he trying to get me to produce. And I'm like, no, I rap, but I want to produce my own.
Yeah.
And then I kind of realized he was trying to be their manager.
Okay.
And so I was kind of like a pawn to where it's like, well, let me take them
Gotcha.
over here. And I'm just like, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? So at that point, that's when I cut everybody off.
Yeah.
And I started producing. And to get my producer chops better, I started paying Quint Black and COD to make me beats.
Yeah.
But the only thing was they had to make the beats in front of me. And I brought my board, you know what I'm saying, start making beats. Used to go to Quint Black crib, you know what I'm saying, across the street from Fair Park. And I had a grantee that used to live like 3 doors down.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know Black then, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, man, I started, you know, he making beats, then he'll come to the crib, then COD, or I'll go to him. The COD, man, one time I let him borrow my board. Me and him fell out. Dude tried to keep the board. Nah, COD. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, COD.
Finally, I got it back. Like it's like I got love for COD, but that's one thing that kind of burned our relationship
already.
You know what I'm saying? And so at this point, it's like I done got better at my beats. You know what I'm saying? And I'm running with the production, and it's kind of like the funds. I'm like, damn, producing, you got to buy equipment.
Oh, yeah.
So the DJing thing kicked in to where it's like, man, I'm just going to do some parties, and I'm going to come back and take that money and buy the equipment.
Got you.
In which I had DJ before when I was in high school, but I wasn't a DJ. I had 2 stereos. I turned one down, turned the other one up.
Okay.
That was my mix.
That was the mix.
Yeah, but I'm playing off cassettes.
I remember
you know what I'm saying?
mixing.
Yeah. So it's like that. It's like, man, I can do it because I ain't have to be no Grandmaster Flash. Or, you know what I'm saying? Kid Capri. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you know what I'm saying? And I was just doggone cool. It was like, man, I'm just fist to hustle on the parties and throw parties at the hotels, the high school parties. Like back then, Dream Team was real big.
Oh yeah.
And then I had a homeboy, King Jaye. He was DJing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I got with him. He gave me a few lessons. And before you know it, it's like, within 2 months, it's like, bro, you kind of good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, for real? And he's like, yeah. He say, no, you got. So he said, DJing may be your thing instead of everything else.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then I sat back. I never forget one night I sat back. I was like, man, I'm looking at the lifespan of a rapper. Mostly 2 projects, maximum 4 years. If you go past the 4 years, like you made it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, but I like producing. You know what I'm saying? Just building, being a creative. You know what I'm saying? Like I love that part. And that's where the DJing came in. And people start paying.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? When they realized like I studied, you know what I'm saying? Like back then you had, I'm going to the clubs, but I always loved the DJ. Dr. Rock was the first, I say, DJ that I was a fan of. I was that kid that was at home recording him on the radio.
4 turntable mega mix.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I remember. Man, I remember.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like recording him, and it's like that was my hero.
Yeah. He was a hero to a lot.
Until I met him. It hurt my feelings, bro, because he was so arrogant, bro.
Well, you know,
you hate that?
Yeah, like, but not like, bro. I like literally. I tell everybody, Dr. Rock. Like, I know it was Rock versus Uche. I came up on that era where it was like I'm riding with Rock.
Yeah.
And DJ Big Bink.
Yeah.
He hooked me up. Dang, it's Fizz or Spaz, some other dude who had a studio. I can't think. He used to make beats. Fast. And I met.
Shout out my boy Fast.
I met Rock. I met Rock, bro, at Fast Studio, bro, and it was just his demeanor wasn't what I was about, and it was just like, I still, you know what I'm saying? It's like the love is still there because he was motivation to me, but it was just him as his attitude as a person.
Yeah.
And it kind of hurt me, bro.
Was it over there in Irving?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I think either Luke 12 or 183. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
You remember where I met you at?
That'll do it.
Was it Spy Club?
I think the first time I met you, I think it was, I don't know who threw it. I believe it was BC with Southern Fried.
Yeah.
He used to have y'all used to have this building downtown. Y'all used to have this a record pool deal.
Yeah.
Y'all remember?
BC.
Yeah, and I walked in there.
Yeah.
You was in there. I had seen you around, but that's when I officially met you.
Right.
I said, okay, yeah. So, and then we kind of, just chopped it up after that. And then we ended up doing the world famous Dirty South Block Party.
Yeah.
Yellow Boy.
BC was, when I say that big homie,
yes,
BC was the first cat that kind of put me industry on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like BC had just moved here from Oklahoma. I used to rock with his cousin JD. JD had worked with Sony.
Okay.
JD had a record pool, but it was kind of like on the low. You know what I'm saying? So
that was a live thing over there downtown.
Yeah, well,
the records all around the room.
Yeah. But this how far me and BC go back. When BC moved here, I remember BC had it was either a Regency, the ones that looked like a baby lack. Because I had a 98 Regency, but it was another car that looked like that. I think it was big, but we both had the same type of cars. His was gray and mine was tan. Okay. And so we clicked on that. But JD had the record pool, and he was like, man, I'm getting into something else. You know what I'm saying? So I think JD got into like the porn distribution, but inside the industry. He wasn't making porn, but he was like on the business end of it. And so BC picked up on the record pool side. So I get with BC. I'm the first cat that BC had on his team. Oh, really? You know what I'm saying? And this was when Southern Fried was there, but I think it was just a logo. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So he had the record. He had an apartment in North Dallas and the records all the way around the wall. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's where, like, I did a record pool, but I got that game from BC. Yeah. And that was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I met so many industry connects through dealing with BC. But it's like I'm kind of interning, not knowing that I'm interning, working for free, but he's sending me to clubs. You know what I'm saying? Iguana Mirage and things that I'm hearing about where the Mavericks, not the Mavericks, the Cowboys was hanging out. But I'm going in there with some records. I'm going to Jamie's, you know what I'm saying? So BC, shout out to BC, Southern Fried, you know what I'm saying? BC was, that's my dog. Yeah,
integral part of the Dallas rap scene. Yeah. So how next move was the Dirty South Block Party.
Yeah. But you know that, if I'm not mistaken,
I'm jumping.
That came through Fish.
Did you?
Because this what happened. I enrolled in Eastfield College. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And they had a MIDI course. Because at this time I'm buying the production. So I rolled into the community college. I took the class and I signed up for this MIDI production class. Fish was in that course too. Oh, okay. He was trying to do remixes or something but he was straight DJ Fish. And me and him ended up talking. And I think he used to do these stripper parties. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of like
shout out DJ Fish.
Yeah. He would, because he worked at, I think at that time he was still doing Baylor. He was working at Baylor, but he was DJing.
Was he Freaky Fish or something?
Yeah, that's right. It was Freaky Fish.
Freaky Fish.
Yeah, so
he liked the girls.
Yeah. But Fish was A1. You know what I'm saying? Fish was in the class. I remember he used to be like, man, help me, you know, and that's my beat. When I learned how to wire MIDI and kind of learn how to control, I learned my music production, the connection, the behind the scenes type. I learned how to do that, taking that course. And then I end up going to Cedar Valley. But it was one of them things where I remember talking to Fish, and I think Fish was saying that he was going to hook me up with you. You know, you know, somebody's like, man, you a DJ, you know, such and such, you know, this person, you know, that person. And I actually went to the club. I think Fish was DJing at Jamie's. Because at this time, I'm not in the club. I'm really not trying to be a DJ. I'm a producer. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like this DJing can give me money. So Fish used to invite, he was like, man, come to the club, hang out. That's why I have an open arm with other DJs.
How far were you DJing when you was taking them turntables up them stairs? Were you deep in it?
Yeah. By that time I was into it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like once I started branding, and because I was already doing the block parties at Rochester, you know, so when we plugging into the light, shout out to G-Funk, you know what I'm saying? G-Funk out of Bunton, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, DJ G-Funk. He was another DJ producer. Yeah. You know, but Funk was nasty, man. You need to get Funk up here, bro. G-Funk.
I need to. I don't think I met him. I may have met him, but I'm willing. If you can look me up.
Yeah, I don't know how to get in touch with him, but if somebody out there know how to get in touch with G-Funk, South Dallas, man, tell him to holler.
Now, let's talk about, that was the first wave because you left and then you came back. And in that.
Well, I never left.
We never really left. Yeah. It went from Yellow Boy to Drop.
Well, and all of that was based off of, it was, at that time, like, it was Yellow Boy. YELLABAUGH. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Well, there was a lot of yellows. Yes. It was another DJ Yellow Boy that used to do, I think he was not from Austin or outside, but he used to do like some of the DSR mixtapes, and it was Yellow Boy, B-O-Y. And then there was another Yellow Boy here. And so I kept getting mixed up with him. Well, at this time, I had a partner named King Jaye. He out of East Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Like King Jaye, the Brown Bomber, like he was one half of this group called the Fugees with Red Rum. That's where our connection was. Jaye was the coldest DJ, bro. Like King Jaye, rest in peace. He was one of the coldest DJs I ever seen, bro.
Oh, really?
And so he kind of gave me the game on the DJ issue. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I learned how to DJ. Well, I was still producing. He used to try to work with artists. He came to the studio one time and he'd be like, man, you got turntables in here. You can record. You got keyboard. DJ, drop me a beat. DJ, drop me a beat.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when we all get together, we playing around. So one day we in there, me and one of his artists that he was trying to work. I can't even remember the dude's name. But we in there, we slap boxing.
Yeah.
In the process of slap boxing, I accidentally hit him and he fell. And it wasn't like a knockout. It was just like I accidentally hit him for real. He fell. They was like, you dropped him. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, that's it. Jaye was like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? From now on, you know what I'm saying? He's like, nigga, you got dropped by the DJ. I can't put you out as artist. We capping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he like, man, hey, DJ drop.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like that stuck and it kept going. And then and back then I was at my first studio. It was downtown.
Yeah.
I was across the street from El Centro. Mm-hmm. And I was on the 3rd floor. And this was back with Southern Video Vibes. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes.
I was hosting Southern Video Vibe. I actually leased from the dude Marcel. He had another room.
I remember that name.
I leased a room and built a studio in there. Didn't know what the hell I was doing. But I did it. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I was sitting on the 3rd story and I'm sitting out blazing one. And I can't remember if it was a water truck or something passed by. And at that time, I still do a lot of thinking, but that time I was just like, man, I want to be able to take this city to a whole nother level, but I want to rep it to the point to where I don't exclude nobody.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be instrumental. And it was kind of like the same way Screw is Screwston in Houston.
Yes.
Like, how can I do it, bruh? And it was like a angel or spirit or something. This truck rolled by and it had the City of Dallas logo. And it was just like,
talk about it.
Out of my mind, Dallas DJ drop.
There we go.
And every time I seen that, it's like Dallas DJ drop.
Well, since you brought that up, let's go to it.
You know what?
We finna go through it. You know, I was going to wait.
Elephant in the city.
Yeah, here's the elephant in the city. This is it. This is the one everybody been waiting on.
For everybody.
Let me set it up.
Yeah.
Let me set it up.
Yeah.
Now, when Drop was on the Dirty South Block Party, he left. I ain't going to say left. He went and extended himself.
Yeah.
And came up with, I remember, like yesterday, he brought the logo up and that was your logo.
Yeah, that was Dallas DJ Drop logo.
Yeah.
That's before Triple D.
Yes.
Before any of this.
Yes.
It was, that was my logo.
Yes, that was your logo.
Yeah.
It was on your mixtapes.
Yeah.
It was every time
Drop.
you saw it, you thought of you.
Actually, DeVille, that used to be with Party Chasers.
Yeah.
I told him what I wanted. He actually designed that logo for me.
Oh, wow. Shout out DeVille.
Yeah.
I'm going to get him on the show.
Yeah, he did. But DeVille, I love you, but I feel like DeVille didn't keep it 100 with me.
About that situation?
Because the other people
Let's talk about it.
That tried to claim it.
Well, how did it get stolen, first of all?
Okay, well, let's talk about first it got stolen.
Yes, how did it get stolen?
It got stolen on the set.
What's the dude name that stole it?
The Turo that was with Rich Mind Records.
Okay.
He trademarked it. Well, actually, he didn't trademark it when I thought he trademarked it. And we actually, let's backdate.
Okay.
Okay, so that was my logo. I put it on everything. Everybody that came across the logo came up to me and was like, man, that's dope. Yeah. I went, here we go. I tatted it on me.
You got that on there, man? Yes.
It's straight tat.
What year did you do that drop?
This was 01, 02.
Yes.
I tatted it on me.
Yes.
I never put the 5-point star in it because I never wanted to get crossed up with the banging. You know what I'm saying? 5-star Bloods. And most of my partners were C-Dog. So it's just like, I ain't need none of that. You know what I'm saying? C-Dog, 6-star, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And 5. You know, so it's like I ain't want to get caught up in that. So I never put the star, but it was on everything what said Dallas DJ Drop, which the star just represented the representation of Dallas. You know, people used to seeing the star on the Cowboys.
Yeah, there you go right there.
Exactly.
You go.
Exactly. So it's like I trademarked everything, but I did it as my logo as Dallas DJ Drop. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do it as apparel. So in the process, everybody knows like that's Drop logo. It was on the back of the van.
Drop, you been too nice. I don't give a damn.
Yeah, I'm leading up to it to how I was seeing. Well, it get to the part to where it's a hat situation coming up.
Yeah.
So at this time, the Definition DJs is rolling. Acquaintance of the Definition DJs say, hey, it's this guy Kel that wants to come in. At this time, Rich Mind Records, you know, they had JB, they had Young Black.
Yeah.
It was like, it was some kind of internal dysfunction that was going on. And so it was a few people unhappy. So Kel comes to be a part of the Definition DJs. I'm going on the road, Austin, Houston. I'm going to different places, booking out venues, doing my own shows, throwing parties, Waco, Tyler, Longview, wherever.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So Kel was to come on as my road manager. Sway was my business manager.
Okay.
So, but
shout out Sway.
Yeah, shout out Sway. But she couldn't go on the road with me. The goal was that Kel would go on the road. She would take all the phone calls.
Okay.
Which neither one of them at the time was just authenticated in the industry. So it's like we all building together. You know what I'm saying? So when she came in, Sway brought a lot of help to the table. So she picked out a few people to bring them to the camp. So Kel was just like, okay, I trusted her judgment. We get with Kel. Kel's like, all right, man, you know what? I got this idea. I want to do these hats. We gonna get some contracts and we gonna make money. He's like, I'm a brand you bigger. Like at the time, think about it. There was no DJ that brand like me.
No.
You know, I had my own rap vehicles. I had my
own. You had
own
the first
merch.
rap van I ever seen as a DJ.
Right. And I had my own posters. I had banners. I had mascots. You know what I'm saying? And all of this is when it was just dropped.
Yeah.
So Kel is like, okay, man, we gonna bring you bigger. We gonna do these hats. Everybody loved this logo. At this time, I had this logo. Nobody else had this logo.
I know it.
The first person that I know to got the logo was Ron Dunn from NFL. And I respect Ron Dunn. Ron Dunn, what's up? NFL, what's up? Ron Dunn came to me inside Bruton Bazaar. He was like, bro, I noticed your logo. He said, but I seen that shit, bro. It's so fire. Like it represents the city. You represent the city. He said, I got it on me. Is it drop approved? You know, joke. I'm like, man.
That's real
Ron
though.
Dunn, yeah.
That's real though.
Everybody else who did it.
Get some shy shit.
Somewhat, you know what I'm saying?
No, quit being nice.
No. I'm just saying, like, some people just don't know. Like, my baby brother got this tattooed with the star that's curved.
Yeah.
When they did it for the Triple D hat, they turned the star. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of like a lot of people, to me, from my understanding, that's like satanic the way that they turned the star.
Oh, wow.
I don't even think that they know that. You know what I'm saying? The way that they twist the star. My own brother got that tatted, and it's just like he knows, but he don't know. But when he got it tatted with the twisted star. And there's a lot of people don't know. Like, I see it on trucks. I see it on barbershops.
Yeah.
I done seen it on so much. And it's like, I at the same time, I look at it like this, Bobo. It was stolen, but I learned a lesson. I done handle my business.
Yeah.
And from that point moving on, I tighten up. You know what I'm saying?
So was it, what's the name? Arturo or Arturo?
But, and check this out though. This how the energy work in the world. It was about probably 6 months ago. I'm in the gym, getting ready. I just got back on my workout regimen.
Yeah.
And I'm starting it. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the phone. I get off the phone to change my clothes, get ready. Turo walks in. He see me, I see him. The last time we met, it was super up.
Yeah.
Like, we was outside of what's the strip club, Northwest Highway? It's Onyx.
Onyx.
We got into it inside of Onyx.
What you know about that?
Mind your business.
We go outside, and me and him had this discussion. We go outside, and he got his. I'm by myself.
Yeah.
He got his people with him. I'm by myself, but I'm hot because I feel like, bro, in my mind, you done took something that's mine.
Yeah.
You profiting off it, and then you being arrogant with it. I go get a strap. He's in the car, like him and his wife, girlfriend at the time, they in the car. He pulls by, he rolls the window down. I'm like, I'm gonna let him have it. But I see this lady who ain't got nothing to do with it.
She saved his life.
Yours too.
And it was, it was by the grace of God.
By the grace of God,
because
she was there.
Like I done had several instances where, you know what I'm saying, like that thing on me, and I'm just like,
yeah.
And you had them thoughts in your mind. You like, if somebody crossed this line today, bro, you gonna get it.
Yeah. When something like that happened to you,
right,
and somebody profit
off your
extremely much. I mean, on your idea.
But it's a twist to that too.
Wait a minute, let me ask you a question, because I heard you mention a guy named Kale.
Yeah.
Did Kale take the idea to him?
Kale was instrumental in coming to me because he was inside the circle.
Okay.
So he infiltrated and went back, and I'm not on my, like at that time, Definition DJs is booming. The city, but it was more about, like, a lot of people don't understand, Definition DJs wasn't set up for me. Definition DJs was for me to do with other DJs that no other DJ would do for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that was to help. Like, I look at it, okay, yeah, I can bust these local records. Like, that's what people know me from. Like, I was playing the underground music that nobody else was playing, and I'm mixing it in with the hits, and it was jamming.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, if I can do this times 100x, you know what I'm saying? Bro, we can get on. Because my whole thing has always been about Dallas, because I felt like, bro, we had just as much talent as Houston.
So Definition DJs was your brainchild?
Definition DJs was my brainchild.
Who was the first one you bought on?
But actually, Definition DJs was my brainchild for like 3 years.
Okay.
I brought on, it actually became a concept in 2004.
Okay.
It didn't really get out of my brain to being live until 2006.
Okay.
The first DJ that I brought on to actually make it go, green lighted, was DJ Chicken out of New Orleans.
DJ Chicken, shout out, bro.
Yeah, DJ Chicken out of New Orleans. And Chicken he came here, this was during the whole Katrina thing, flood.
Yes.
But me and him clicked.
Okay.
I met one of his partners. My van, the rap van, caught a lot of attention. I had a flat in the van. I'm at Hams, and I had a blowout. You know what I'm saying? So I had a flat. I go to Hams to get it fixed.
Dallas.
Everybody
East
go
Dallas.
to Ham.
Yeah.
24 hours, ain't it?
Yeah, well, they ain't 24 no more.
They used to be.
24. Yeah, they
Things
used to
have
be.
changed.
Yeah. And so one of his partners from New Orleans came in here, man, I'm such and such, why? You know, DJ Chicken, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no. I said, I heard of him, but I don't know. He's like, yeah, he produced XYZ. So he was like, man, you need to meet him. So I was like, all right, check this out. He a DJ. I said, give him my number and call me. And I said, tell him to come to the club. I'm put his name on the list, blah, blah, blah. So I'm right. And this is just on DJ Love, the Lord. Because I always felt like DJing was like a fraternity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So me and Chicken talked, we kicked it. Come to find out, he lived not too far from where I was living at the time. So it's like, we would go to his crib. He had a futon called a comfy couch. And I used to nickname it the comfy couch. I mean, the creative couch.
Yeah.
And it was just one of them futons from Walmart. It used to have the little metal iron bars with that black.
Yeah.
So we used to be like, man, the ideas and the discussions that we having, bro, we need to bring this to other DJs. And so one day we was talking, I said, man, I got this idea. I said, it's kind of been in my head for a little bit, blah, blah, blah. And I tell him, you know what I'm saying? I had a mock drawing of what the logo, you know what I'm saying, would be.
Yeah.
And anybody who see the logo, like, it's a play off of Def Jam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That was the influence, you know what I'm saying, was Def Jam. But it's like I want to always be authentic to the city and to the culture. And so I bring Chicken on. We talked about it, and he was like, yeah, we gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. And I said, well, I got another cat that I've been working with, DJ Lil E. Because at that time I'm doing the clout parties.
Okay.
And DJ Lil E, he's a instrumental, like me and like E used to open up for me sometimes. Yeah. Or E would send things my way.
Shout out E.
Yeah, DJ Lil E.
Yeah.
And so that was my dog. So it's like,
I know.
And he was Hispanic. So I looked at it like this. Okay, if we do something together, it'll be Louisiana, Texas, and the Hispanics.
Yes.
All under one roof. That was my concept as a businessman. And so we got together, bro. We started working out, you know, as far as with music, going through music, sharing music. And then it's like, bro, this needs to be bigger. You know what I'm saying? We need to bring other DJs in.
Yeah.
So amongst that first roster of DJs, it was like Butcher Boy. Butcher Boy actually came through Corey Cleghorn. Yeah, with Cloud. And then I knew Deuce from being around. You know what I'm saying? Deuce just, we'll see each other out. You know what I'm saying? Deuce a hood nigga.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Yeah, so it's like I see Deuce. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, you know, me and Deuce kind of just, we had just a close connection just because like his spot is where I grew up from.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He another cat out the hood, like, you know, and we could have conversations, have, you know, certain similarities in our background. Yeah. You know, and so it's like he was amongst that first wave. But Chicken and Lil E was like the first people that brought on. But I remember Deuce, E-Rock, I used to DJ at the club Palm Beach. And E-Rock. You know what I'm saying? And I love E-Rock, man.
I love Palm Beach.
Yeah.
Red Stripes.
Palm Beach was like, bro, that was influential because that was my first club. But Speeds was my first commercial spot, the pool hall. That's where, to me, that's where Yellow Boy expanded.
Yeah.
But when I got to Palm Beach, like Drop was born.
Yeah.
You know, so like that was the birthplace of DJ Drop.
Yeah.
I actually went there to get a job. You know what I'm saying? And I had to audition, but I was cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, man, ain't nobody gonna hold up. After the audition, I went first intentionally. Nobody else wanted to audition. Sunday nights was my night.
I remember.
You know what I'm saying? That's where, you know what I'm saying, everything just rolled. And man, it blew up from there. Like my studio was downtown, Palm Beach was in Deep Ellum.
Yep.
So it's like it was just a seamless transition. So I'm going back and forth. And it's like DJ Drop built on the producer side, being in the studio, like literally, like, man, I'm gone from the house like 20 hours out the day.
I know you busy.
Yeah. But it was just to perfect that craft. Now back to the logo, you know what I'm saying? When it came down to it, as far as that's where the logo at Palm Beach in that Deep Ellum era, that's where the logo really, it just inflamed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Me and Turo, we had a talk inside the gym. Mm-hmm. And so we talk like men. Like everything that I'm telling you, I told him.
Yeah.
And this is the reason to this day, and I've never voiced this out loud or said it live, me and him are aight today.
Super tight exclusive.
Yeah, we aight today. We talk like men. And he told me, he apologized for it.
Already.
You know what I'm saying? He told me what he was going through dealing with the situation. Like I told him everything, like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? I want to do something to you. And I was taking a chance.
Cut the check though.
Yeah, but it's like it's issues that he's fighting with legally. You know what I'm saying? It's issues that he's fighting with
because God don't like ugly.
Right. And I totally agree with that.
You know what I mean?
But that could have literally took me in a spot to where I could not be sitting here today.
I know it. You could have been locked up, one.
Yeah.
Depressed. You could have went deep into a deep depression too.
Yeah.
A lot of things could happen.
Yeah.
And that's why
even beefing with other cats. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what was the primary thing that led to when it was a situation with me and Young Black. You know what I'm saying? Which we talked about it. We worked that out years back. You know what I'm saying? And it was just,
what was that situation when I don't mean to cut you off, but I be thinking about everything happened since we've been together.
Right.
You know what I mean? The situation where you produced the track,
Yeah.
it blew up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. What?
I've told this story several times on the show. I want you to get it straight.
Okay. You referring to the Trap Stars.
The Trap Stars. That's the group.
Get It
Okay.
Bitch. And actually, to correct it, I produced a version of the track. This kind of how it went. The original track I didn't produce.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to get that straight.
Okay.
In my history, the first official boogie song that launched the boogie movement was Trap Stars Get It Bitch.
That's right. That's
like,
right.
The movement was building during the Young Nation dance. Like that's when the building and the beginning of the movement, that's when it started.
Yeah.
But the first official song was Get It Bitch, Trap Stars.
I remember.
And that broke at Rhythm City. Now they either bought the beat offline or it was something like it was a YouTube beat. So I went in and it's like, man, we can't get clearance on this because it's not original. So I went in and I did a version. I produced a version of it. Mm-hmm. Later on, I hear another version that's produced by DJ Mr. Rogers and the Shit Factory.
Yeah. The Shit Factory?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's what he called it, the Shit Factory.
I thought it was the Hit Factory.
No, it's Shit Factory.
Okay.
I think the Hit Factory is a studio.
Okay.
Yeah. So me and Rogers was cool, but it was just like with the Trap Stars, I'm like, damn, I'm breaking the record. But when I had to be honest with myself, I got in my feelings. And I ain't scared to say when I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I got in my feelings and it just like, I felt like they wasn't keeping it 100% loyal. But actually Rogers' version actually sounded better. You know what I'm saying?
You had me ready to ride for you.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. But I mean, it was a lot of people ready to ride. It was a lot of DJs ready to ride.
Well, we was ready to ride on them.
But it's like I had, you know what I'm saying? Like one thing about being
I'm glad you said that.
One thing about being a grown man, bro, like if you can't sit out and work out them differences, you know what I'm saying, then it still some little boy going on.
Yeah.
I ain't saying tolerate anything.
And you said something major. You said he sounded better, and a whole lot of people wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, it sounded better. Like Rogers, salute to DJ Rogers, Mr. Rogers.
Shout
you know
out,
what I'm saying?
baby.
Like Rogers, like I said, it's never been an issue. You know what I'm saying, with Rogers. I used to go out to PV, you know what I'm saying? We did the Gremlin PV parties, and other times I go, like, he showed love.
I really.
You know what I'm saying? So but and even with the Trap Stars, like, salute to them. You know, shout out Jaye. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the big bro that I think he was financing. You know what I'm saying? But he used to come, like, they came, spent money with me in the studio, bought studio time. Yeah. And it was a big thing, but it was like, and also shout out to DJ Smiley.
DJ Smiley. What?
You know what I'm saying? Woodtown. You know what I'm saying? Woodtown, Texas.
I heard that name.
Yeah. DJ Smiley was another original cat, but Smiley was one of them, bro, that he wasn't just a major DJ outside of the hood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But Smiley put in work, man. Yeah. Oak Cliff, Texas. Smiley put in work.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he put
man, that Dirty Wood mixtape he promoted. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Woodtown, like, he always shouted that out. But Smiley was actually the first person that I heard play that song. Yeah. In Rhythm City. Mm-hmm. And it was one of them things what I love about Smiley and I love about DJ E-Rock, DJ Lil E. All of those DJs played their role with me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they understood, okay, Drop had the bigger name, Drop had the momentum. Like, if they was opening DJs, they never tripped, bro. Already. They never tripped. And Smiley was one of them. Yeah, Smiley would warm up the crowd. And Smiley played, like, a lot of things, it touched Smiley's hand first because he was there before I got there. Yeah. And then it was just like, I hear it. And my ear, I felt like my ear was different. Like, that was separated Drop from the pack. Yeah. And I used to be like, oh, I can mix this with that. I can take this little part that drop it down low, bring it back. That's what I used to break that song. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what separated me from the other DJ. Like, I literally remixed every time I DJ. Yeah. Like what DJ's doing now with the stems and Serato, all of that. I was doing that live. Mm-hmm. I worked the shit out them cue points. You know what I'm saying? Every time, and it was just like my thing was wherever I went, I always made sure that it was 3 people that won. One, I wanted to win, but to guarantee that I would win, I would always make sure that outside of myself, that the club owner, whoever was at the door, that the door won.
Yep.
I made sure that the promoter, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not the promoter. I made sure that the bartender won.
Yes.
And I made sure that the people that spent their money got in won.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if them 3 people win, I'm going to win automatic.
It wasn't all about you, in other words.
No, but see, my thing was I knew the bigger picture.
Well, you see what I'm saying about the diva personality? It never was a part of you.
No. Because my thing was, if Dallas got on, I'm on.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just not
That's
on
how
in
I feel.
Dallas.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, you know, just to keep it 100, I feel like, man, the city tried to mule me. And I'm just say the industry, because when it came down to it, it's like Drop is in the perfect position to create something.
Yep.
Like, bro, I never got a finder's fee. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those records that I broke, you know what I'm saying?
They
like
signed.
through the whole, they signed, but the finder's fee went to other people. A lot of major artists records, like even with Bebe, that's my bro. Bebe, that record was broke in Dallas.
Yes, I know.
By me, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people give props to another cat that's a big bro, you know what I'm saying? In a sense of me coming into the game, he was already there. Looked up to him, studied DJ Steve Nice.
All right, Steve Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's like Steve Nice is one of them. Like outside of Dr. Rock, Steve Nice was the second one. And it's like once I find out, okay, he went to Carter. He from here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It was a certain love for him. But a lot of those, you know what I'm saying? And this kind of what I got back from the industry. Man, a lot of your checks, they went to Steve Nice.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was one of them things, but it's just like it made me tighten up. But that's one, like when people say, man, Drop, you kind of disappeared. Part of it was because of that. It's like, man, I'm putting in work. I'm pushing out. It's like I'm coming in on my side of the bargain.
Yep.
But in return, other people get credit, like people outside of the city.
So do the other people not know that the money ain't supposed to be theirs? Or they just like,
I mean, but you can't fault them. You know what I'm saying? That's like if somebody come and give you a check for speaking on that coffee cup. You know what I'm saying? But this man over here could be responsible for shooting that coffee cup to you. He can probably be, hey man, this cup gonna keep the coffee cold. You know what I'm saying? If it's iced coffee, it's gonna keep it warm if it's hot coffee. And he steady push. He pushing it to you. If they come and give you a check because you keep sitting that cup in front of there, you're not gonna say, well, here,
but I would. I guess that's just the difference in some people. I don't know. I would be like, well, actually, he's the one who told me about the cup, but
keep in mind, they not monitoring what I'm doing.
that's true.
I'm in I'm in the streets with it, and I'm in the clubs with it, and I'm in the mixtapes. Like the only other DJ that I feel like it's 2 other DJs that I gotta say. One is Cap. I don't think nobody outside of Cap at the bomb touched more people with the mixtapes than I did. I'm not talking about just putting songs on it. You know what I'm saying? Cap at the bomb, like.
Shout out to my boy Ed and Cap at the bar.
Yeah, Ed and Cap. Ed was, you know what I'm saying? Like, Cap turned me on to a lot of artists.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Cap actually sent artists my way when I did MTH. You know, but we'll come back and we can talk about that. But Cap, you know what I'm saying? Salute to Cap.
Yes,
Ed was.
come back.
Yeah, Ed, I mean, because we ain't even really. We ain't even
really
Drop.
done the
Drop.
service.
It's too much.
Yeah.
You're going to have to come
Drop.
back.
Are you willing to come back?
You know I'm coming back, bro.
course.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta get you said on tape though.
Look, I'm speaking for him. I'm like, of course.
Hey,
I gotta get you to
He'll be
say it on
back.
tape, man.
You know how they say, you know what I'm saying, the real, if your partner real, you call them,
Yes.
and what happened? Pick
So
up the
what?
phone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if Bobo call, you know, some you gonna let go to the voicemail. You be like, I'm gonna call him back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish eating. Bobo call. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Bo, what's up? What's happening?
I appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. But you know, man, shout out to the whole city. Like I said, it's it's some history. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of history.
Yeah, it's definitely, especially with the whole boogie movement. You know, and just for the record, and I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna let y'all do y'all, but just for the record, everybody that dissed on the boogie movement,
I wish it was back now. I wish it was back now.
But
Look
hold
at that
up.
camera while you saying that.
Everybody that shitted on the boogie movement, it wasn't about the image of dancing and just being friendly. That was to keep the fucking clubs open.
Thank you.
Yes.
If like, you gotta understand, Dallas has always loved fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember dudes in the church shoes. You know what I'm saying? Being in the club with the church shoes, man.
And fighting.
Yeah, putting scarf marks all on the floor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With fighting. So it's like, if you kept them, my whole goal was to always control the clubs.
That's right.
I always had the clubs like a puppet.
Well, it's the DJ's job.
Right. But it's
as far as what songs they play.
But it turned away to just play the music. Like, I go into the club and I seen people come up to the DJ booth, play this, play that, and I see the DJ get scared.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I always coming in as a rapper first, bruh. I think I still had the rapper's mentality.
Yeah.
You know, the rap when the rapper was kind of like, was more like the Cottonmouths, the bow legs that would get up in the club, and I didn't seen them get at DJs. You know what I'm saying? But I was wondering, like, man, you if it's coming here and play with me and my turntables.
Yeah.
Like I didn't seen DJs.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Going there and niggas will take their turntables.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I was one of them, like, bro. I mean, I didn't got into it with cats in the DJ booth. Everything, you know what I'm saying? Squabbed on stage.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just one of those things where it's just like, what I stood on my principles, and it was just like my thing. But don't play no light skin games with me.
Oh yeah.
And that's kind of what at one point it became something different. You know what I'm saying? And with the whole boogie movement, it's like
you shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, them light skin game, man. People like to play light skin dude. Like, bruh,
I know.
They play.
I ain't light, but I'm paper sack brown. But I know I feel your pain.
It's like
I feel your pain,
and it's like sometimes you got to go that extra mile, but that's kind of dangerous though.
We just as black as y'all.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, it is what. But they'll play light skin game with you.
Know it.
You know what I'm saying? But it when it all boils down to it, as far as the boogie movement, that was something to get us in the door. Mm-hmm. And then even when I come back, we gonna even tell more how the boogie movement actually. I can tell you when it was just like, man, I'm 100% dedicated, and I wasn't anti any other music.
Yes,
but there was a situation that happened.
I already know,
and
I heard you can't do nothing in Dallas without Bobo knowing.
Okay,
I know. I want to bring it up today.
Okay.
But I got my people waiting.
I got you.
And I know they done drove a long way.
Yeah.
They done drove a long way.
Yeah.
But man, that's a serious story. That's a serious story. Don't give that story to nobody else.
I got you.
Well,
super tight exclusive.
That's a super tight exclusive. You got to come back fairly quick.
Yeah, I got you.
You got to give. Yes, I know what you're talking about. I got knowledge of that.
Okay.
Give your shout outs, buddy.
Man, I want to shout out to the whole Triple D. You know what I'm saying? Big shout, actually. While I'm shouting out, man, to get something else straight, along with what y'all see as the Triple D logo being originally Dallas DJ Drop logo, let's shout out to the people that named Triple D. We talked about it before they even did, and that's B Brown, and Young Nino, Lil Fred Records.
Lil Fred Records.
Yeah, they came. I remember when they say, man, we got this movement, Triple D. They actually told Lil E and had Lil E to kind of intro it to me. We talked in the club, dapped up, and like, hey, cool, it's Dallas. We rolling. At this time,
super tight exclusive.
Exclusive.
Say that again.
Super tight exclusive.
Tell them who started Triple D once again.
The word Triple D was created. The first artist I ever heard say Triple D was Young Nino, Lil Fred Records. Him and B Brown, his brother, his manager, his partner. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first people who ever said, straight out of Oak Cliff, Texas, Triple D, they called it that first. Triple D, bitch, was the movement, the hashtag. We actually did the mixtape. Nobody else said it.
Except
and they, you know what, and that kind of grew our relationship because they respected enough to be like, hey, Drop, we know this was what you used.
Already.
We moving together. At that time, they was a part of Cloud. I'm DJing all the Cloud parties. I'm the premier DJ. Cloud is the premier promoter.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, we ran with it.
So we talked earlier before we came on.
Yeah.
You getting back into the social media.
Yeah.
Tell them how to get you.
Dallas DJ Drop. All platforms. Dallas DJ Drop.
Dallas DJ Drop.
Yeah.
Man,
Don't say the drop without saying the Dallas.
We got to put the Dallas DJ Drop, man. This dude is a serious super tight guest.
Absolutely.
I love this man. This is my brother. It's one of the ones I get out of bed for. You know, it ain't too many. Okay. You can count on one hand how many people I'm gonna get out of bed for.
Ain't too many I let him get out of bed
for real. I get out of bed for Drop.
Yeah.
Don't let me hear about no problems with Drop.
Yo.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Man, we stay prayed up though.
Yeah, we stay prayed up, but you know
what the prayer don't catch. We in Texas,
well, you know, you got your prayer warriors and you got your real warriors. You know what I'm talking about? Already. Well, like I said, man, this is Super Tight TV, and I got my man DJ Drop, a real super tight guest.
No, I'ma get some game tuned in with Super Tight. Yeah, I get the low from Big Bobo from the front seat, not no photos.